I would love to hear more about those esoteric practices. I know that you have a background in doing shamanic work,
Mhm.
and I didn't know what a shaman was until I went to yoga teacher training a year after I quit my job in corporate medicine. And so I would love to kind of hear, how did you find this path, or did it find you? And can you just share a little bit more about your story with us?
Sure. In a certain way, I was never a conventional psychiatrist because I'm a psychoanalyst, which is a talking doctor. Um, and I never was much one for prescribing tons of medications. I was never a psychopharmacologist, although I would use medications. Um, and I practiced fairly conventionally as a psychoanalyst. I had a psychoanalytic practice until 2005, when, like you, there was like a confluence of losses, which really changed the course of my life. Um, my parents both died within 3 months of one another, and my marriage ended, and I had three very young children at the time. And I was just kind of putting one foot in front of another, and I decided to consult with an astrologer to try to sort out what was going on. And that's not as strange as it may sound. Like it's really, you're really considered very fringe and kind of unhinged, really. Um, so I consulted the astrologer, and I was just so blown away by her insight into me, and how she could understand so much about me just looking at these symbols on a piece of paper that were derived from my birth date and time and place. And so I was really intrigued, and I went back to see her repeatedly. I wanted to look at the charts of my children, of all the important people in my life. And finally, I decided I want to learn to be an astrologer.
If this conversation spoke to you, I'd love for you to stay connected. Subscribe on YouTube or wherever you're listening so you're part of this growing circle.